Hello, 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 and welcome to the show with Wrestling with the Remix, bringing you
Whoa.
bringing you the latest exclusive breaking news, previewing and reviewing the latest shows from WWE, AEW, New Japan, and everything in between, interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. And I'm going to hand it off to my co-host in more than one sense tonight from the remix, the American Scooterdust.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children, all ages, and everybody around the world, don't go anywhere. You are tuned in for a premium audio companion experience. This is Experienceception. This is wrestling with entertainment. This is the remix on YouTube. No, you haven't stepped into the Twilight Zone. It is both shows. I am one of your hosts tonight. We got a four-man team here. James has already introduced himself. I, of course, am the host with the most man with the choice voice, Scooterdust. I'm not going into that whole spiel tonight because we got a lot to get to. With us tonight as well, of course, Ryandust.
What's up, everybody? It is a special night here tonight, commentating Smackdown. And we're already starting off, guys. It's already starting.
Yes, and of course, it wouldn't be wrestling with entertainment without the one, the only Coleco Yachts.
You're talking about me.
Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. I just want to hear that Bruce Buffer.
It's fight night! And it's especially fight night. Yeah, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, and a good old-fashioned Irish Donnybrook match. The winner goes to Clash at the
That's right. They
Mission.
found a guy named Donnie Brooks, and they're putting him on a pole, and whoever could bring him down uses him as a weapon.
Terrible joke counter at 1 tonight.
Well, they definitely
got
the ring all dressed up.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. That a shillelagh, a cane, a really tiny field hockey stick?
From the Pee Wee League?
Belly back suplex.
Sorry, buddy. I don't know.
Ooh, what a kick there. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, in between, when either they go to commercial or picture-in-picture, I think James will go through a SummerSlam preview.
Yes, we do have a bit of news that should be addressed on the show as well.
Yes, you are correct. By the way, big hello to who I guess is now, I don't know how many episodes. Oh, my ears! My freaking ears!
Apologies.
It's okay. We're live. We're having fun with this. Big shout out and hello to, I don't know if he's actually even listened to Wrestling with Entertainment. I'm sure he has, but since we are live tonight for Wrestling with Entertainment, notice, James, I put you first tonight. Big up to the OG remixologist across the pond in the Rhineland in Germany, Christian Malley.
What up, Malley?
What the? That, I believe that's a picture of Sheamus's grandmother. The facial hair, they have that in common.
That might be. They look very related.
I mean, if there's like actual like decent whiskey in those barrels, that's gonna be a waste.
I mean, for all we know, there's just iced tea in there.
Oh, an even smaller shillelagh. That looks like. Well, I'm not gonna. Well, I mean, no, this is Fox, so it's still TVPG.
Right.
But now Drew McIntyre's gonna have pink eye. Let's put it at that.
Well, this one has broken down before it even began. Obviously, Sheamus attacking McIntyre, and I mean, this is for a future WWE Universal Heavyweight Plea Championship match. So, and nobody knows McIntyre better than Sheamus, and vice versa. So, we'll see what happens.
Very true, and I have to say I'm kind of interested in seeing Brock. Well, if it's not going to be Brock, forget it. Spoilers. But part of me always wondered, Brock and Sheamus.
I mean, that would be a great match.
It'd be different.
It would.
But there is maybe a possibility that Brock Lesnar is no longer a part of WWE anymore after this Sunday.
Very true. And
McIntyre.
well, let's see, that's McIntyre reversing here into the buckle. Of course, tomorrow night, SummerSlam. No kayfabe tonight. Tomorrow night will mark day 700 of Roman's reign as champion.
No pun intended.
Did you say?
And if he can make it to my birthday next month, he will have secured a 2-year reign, something nobody has done in almost 3 decades. I think
That's crazy. That's a crazy number.
But we were at commercial, so James, how about some news?
All right. If you watched this past Sunday, you watched Death Before Dishonor, and you saw Claudio Itacanoli win the Raw title. Scooter, your thoughts on one of maybe the nicer guys in pro wrestling getting a really special moment?
The question is whether you believe the Ring of Honor Championship holds any weight anymore.
Well, I think that they're trying to make it matter to a degree. Kind of like the NXT title to the WWE title.
But here's the thing. Jonathan Gresham supposedly wanted out.
Yes, and we will get to that in a moment.
And, like, okay. It's nice for Claudio Ravioli, give me the Formioli to, take the title. But how many overweight talent is under contract with Tony Khan?
Well, for sure, the Briscoes is under contract. I believe the Goods Woods, Josh the Goods Woods is.
Yeah, except Josh Woods is now full-time part of AEW. It looks like as
obviously Dalton Castle and the boys are as well.
guess. There was just so many things that, like, I don't even know if it even matters at this point.
All right. What say you, Coleco? Claudio winning the Ring of Honor title.
It's good as an OG guy, but other than that, what would it matter? Because ROH is owned by AEW. So, what would the outcome be, right?
Well, at this point, I think it was just to get the title off of Gresham.
I mean, true, but the thing is like, the question is, in the long run, will it matter? The only titles that really kind of had to differentiate was the six man, but now with the trios coming in for
Right.
AEW, is it all going to get merged?
Right. And I mean, I could make the argument that AEW didn't need a trios title, but that we could go all night on that. Ryan, Claudio winning the Ring of Honor title.
You know, it was a long time coming. Not for just the Ring of Honor championship, but a singles championship for him. You know, he went through a lot of years in WWE and only won one singles title. And that was very early in his WWE career.
He's won multiple singles titles.
Has he?
Yeah, he's
The United States, I believe.
Yeah, he's
multiple United States, multiple tag.
Singles title.
One time Intercontinental Champion, I believe.
No, I don't think he's ever held the Intercontinental
I
Champion.
don't remember him being Intercontinental as well.
He's only held the United States Championship, and that's his only singles title. So just being alone and not having a tag team partner, just proving that he's not something to mess with. I think it's really good, and it's a long time coming and well deserved for him.
All right, and I will throw it back to Scooter now that we are off commercial break.
Just a quick little plug here. The remix now, Daddy Ass approved, brought to you by BPI Sports. BPIsports.com. Check them out. Use code Scooterdust at checkout for 25% off your order of Billy Gunn's Gunpowder. Just a suggestion. Sheamus now with McIntyre on the shoulders. McIntyre gets off. Sheamus, shoulder first.
I think you're a little ahead, but that's fine.
Damn it, Fox. Get it together. Which also brings me to our other sponsor, Pirated Television. To pay for it, pirate it.
You just keep it hush hush.
I know. Don't be giving out all my secrets on the internet, man.
I mean, if you have to pirate a free channel, I mean...
Well, it's because it's East.
Game.
I'm on the West Coast, baby. They play it later.
Like that. Time zones confuse the hell out of me.
Same here. So does daylight savings time. That's a whole different.
Look at McIntyre here.
He's getting some momentum back.
More cheers than Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
Oh! When in doubt, throw a chair.
And it goes to show you you got somebody from Scotland, somebody from Ireland, wrestling, practically killing each other to be on a show
in Wales. Yeah. It's Sean Connery approved.
Oh, does that mean that Jungle Boy is Sean Connery approved now?
Based on the chick he pulled, he's everywhere and approved.
Future Shock. Joe! No!
Looks like Sheamus wasn't as future shook as he could have been.
I do love how Sheamus. It feels like, you know what? I mean, most people would complain about people beating each other up over and over in matches, but Sheamus and Drew seems to have a really good physical chemistry.
See, I'm wondering why they, with the fact that they took Riddle and Rollins off, why they didn't just save this for SummerSlam.
That's a good question. But I feel like Seth Rollins might be getting a substitute opponent. But we could talk about that a little later.
Oh, the bro get
It is
no.
It is a little odd that Drew McIntyre isn't getting a match on one of the biggest shows of the year.
That brings up another interesting possibility. That Ridge on through the table. In fact, I'll say it right now, Rollins is going to challenge whoever wins this.
I mean, that wouldn't be something I would hate.
All right. So
Yeah, I don't think nobody would hate that.
I think we're just really hungry for a great Seth Rollins match, which isn't really hard to find when it comes to Seth Rollins.
I'm just hungry for a sandwich.
We're not sponsored by any food, are we?
If I wanted to pay the fee, we could be, but James, any more news?
Yes, news. Touching back on Ring of Honor, Jonathan Gresham did ask for his release following the match with Casanoli. And rumor and innuendo suggests that he didn't like how he was being booked. He used his PWI 500 ranking as a reason why he should be presented better. Which I just find hilarious. But let's start with you, Ryan. Should PWI's 500 list be considered when booking talent?
I would say yes and no. Yes, because it just goes to show that if they're good enough, they would make it on the list. If I'm going to say no, because people have different opinions. People see different things about somebody. So somebody can think Jonathan Gresham is one of the best in the business, while another person could say, I don't really enjoy watching Jonathan Gresham. It's all based on perspective.
Okay.
That's a great point, Ryan. But what say you, Coleco?
Should an imaginary list be? Hell no, because I've seen that list be fucked up. So I don't trust none of the motherfuckers over there. Because they, especially with their tag team shit, they be on some shit. They had FTR high and they were out half the year. How, Sway? How?
There's some interesting news out of Nashville today. Of course, with SummerSlam happening, there were tryouts, as the WWE usually has. But the surprise of the entire the entire tryout camp was Dwight Howard.
What?
I
Really?
heard that. I heard about that.
Okay. Now,
NBA star Dwight Howard.
NBA future Hall of Famer Dwight Howard.
Are we saying that Dwight Howard couldn't get a WWE contract simply on merit?
He could probably get it on promo skills alone, because that's where the things he was being praised for.
I think he could get it based on half of the NBA. Well, basically all of the NBA fans hating him just because Kobe said to hate him. So Dwight's polarizing, actually, because during his career in the NBA, he was that guy that everybody liked, and then he became the guy that was trying too hard to get everybody to like him, which kind of hated him. So it's kind of like a naivete hate. So it could happen.
And I mean, he is a name that even people that don't watch NBA kind of know just from seeing the name around. So I mean, that would be a really big gift for WWE if there was any interest on his part.
His beef with Shaq and yeah.
Right. Back to you, Scooter.
All right. Back to this Irish Donnybrook match. There's still about half a pitcher left.
And what a pitcher it is. It's been a hard-hitting match.
And
it doesn't seem like...
There goes the bear!
It doesn't seem like anything Idol Man has done to each other has really affected them. They're still going as hard as they was at the beginning.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And wait a minute! Get Butch, bitch!
Where's Butch? There's Butch.
Everywhere a Butch. That's the wrong type of chair for... Ow!
and Sheamus has drawn blood.
It's amazing at this stage of the match how only now we got blood.
Ooh. Nasty cut. McIntyre.
Those are some thick skin bastards.
McIntyre's a spot on his back as well. Could be looking for the Irish curse. White noise. 1, 2, no. It depends. Are they when they're in Wales? Are they going to use the imperial system of counting or the metric system of counting a pinfall?
And will there actually be Wales still?
Well, it'll be the one everyone else uses except us.
Butch looking for Dunhausen. That is a... Why are there so many notches on that?
It's a notch above.
Ow.
That is a giant shillelagh.
That's the granddaddy shillelagh.
Went for a home run.
You can see Drew just like pulling his swings.
I know. It looked like he about to dislocate his bicep.
What? Claymore to Butch!
I'm just saying somebody's overcompensating.
1, 2, no! If Sheamus sweats anymore, he's gonna be invisible.
Maybe that's his game plan. Become John Cena. You can't see him.
Then maybe Sheamus could get into Fortnite.
You might not be wrong about that.
Got the Fiend in the crowd.
It's somebody with a
It's
team
the friend.
The friend. You've just been friend zoned. Looking for it again. Caught. Oh, that save! Oh my god!
Remember the spit, Scooter.
I went full Chewbacca. A look of remorse almost on Drew's face.
Well, they was friends at one point. So, there is a little bit of humanity still left there.
How can you have humanity when you're the one that betrayed him?
You didn't betray Sheamus.
I'm saying Sheamus.
Well, I mean, again, it wasn't personal. It was more accolade.
1, 2, 3. I'm surprised you didn't go. I love you. I'm sorry.
Well, he might not be. He might not love him. He might not be sorry, but he's going to pass out the castle for sure.
Well, he has to win because he's got to look like the formidable person who, spoiler, will win because it wouldn't have made a big deal about it. And I think that's why he didn't get SummerSlam because I think that's his SummerSlam.
Right.
I think she just called it September Slam.
Get what
September Slam.
It's live.
I mean,
in September.
True. Yeah. You could be excited.
Well, if you had to wrestle Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar, would you be excited?
Yeah. That's really true. I mean, this could have been a Stony Brook match.
We're not PG-14 yet.
No, that's a Long Island. Oh, God! Theory!
Oh. Why is Theory sticking in his nose into something that doesn't necessarily involve him?
Because it would be dumb as hell for him to try to do it on Roman or Brock. That's why.
Well, I mean, he tried it on Roman, and it didn't exactly work.
I mean, yeah, because Daddy isn't here anymore, so.
Ooh, line of the year. Line of the year, boy. That boy face.
This, again, a very interesting. I don't know if it's an interesting turn of events, but Theory, who's apparently planning to walk out of Nashville with 2 championships tomorrow.
Or
3
3.
technically.
3 technically, yes.
We shall see. Could Austin Theory be the richest man in WWE?
I mean, if he's that rich, he needs to buy his first name back.
That's definitely a good first step.
I know he should. I like the Austin A-Town theory. That was A-Town down. It can't name him Theory and have him have the ATL. Come on, man. Plus, white guy,
They could say
ATL.
it's the riddle.
Oh man, you need a list of people who need their first names back.
Oh yeah.
For real. How about this? Top 5 people who name 3 who you would give their first names off the rip.
Alexander Miro.
Alexander Miro.
Because he was Alexander Rusev.
Oh my God! Look at McAfee's hair in that photo.
McAfee must be protected at all costs.
AEW returning to my neck of the woods in Queens, September 21st, Arthur Ashe Stadium for the Grand Slam.
Oh.
Also making the Canadian debut.
Yes, Toronto.
What do you think about Canada finally getting their first taste of AEW, Scooter?
Fuck Canada.
Blame Canada.
Ryan?
What was that?
What are your thoughts on AEW going to Canada for the first time?
I mean, I'm from New York. I couldn't give 2 flying fucks, but I guess it's good. I guess that's
just
good.
In. I can confirm Ryan is related to Scooter.
How can you tell?
Oh, God.
Coleco, I know you're outspoken about AEW making it to other places. When they finally did make it here, you couldn't go Canada.
Fuck that. If they get more than Cali, we got problems. See, the first time I let it slide, it's when they come back like 18 times. I feel like Chicago gets like 36 of these bitches, and I just can't see why. It's just, yeah.
I mean, they could come here at least 2 to 3 times.
Bro, the only time they come here is like Vegas.
Once a year.
Yeah, they on that Santa Claus shit. I thought Brock's schedule was fucked up. No, AEW on the West Coast. Way more fucked.
Of course, it was also made official. WrestleMania 40, WrestleMania XL in Philadelphia.
Which is a little disappointing, but also finally having another WrestleMania in Philadelphia.
25 years after.
It's going to be cold in a bitch at Lake.
It's amazing how we got 3 Florida WrestleManias before we got only our second WrestleMania in Philly.
Because nobody trying to go to Philly in fucking April? What's wrong with you?
Well, because 25, there hasn't been a. They didn't think they could reliably do a stadium show on the East Coast in late March, early April.
Well, remember they did it in New York, New Jersey, and Me personally, when I went there, fuck man, I love that city, but fuck that weather, man. Fuck that weather could kick rocks
I mean,
barefoot.
Okay, you tell me.
last 2 years ago, it did downpour rain on literally everybody. I mean, Coleco could speak to that.
I don't know how the hell. I believe Vince made a deal with the devil because there was a thing, a little rain protector on the top of the fucking at the top, right, that they put together to keep the rain from going down. That bitch held. I don't know how, but if they are gonna do it outdoor, well, I just care about the weather, man. It's gonna be like Philly's a great city, but the weather is a bitch.
In fact, I'm thinking about skipping 39 and just saving it up for 40.
See, I might do both because
You're probably
39 is up
gonna
the
do
street
that.
from me. I gotta do both. Yeah, obligated, right?
I mean, I need a sugar mama, so if I'm
I
gonna do,
mean, I thought you had a sugar mama. Come on, man. Hired and fired already. Damn.
I mean, there are numerous, senior, women with fortunes that
Linda McMahon became available.
yeah, I hate Republicans.
I don't think she's. Nah, she ain't going nowhere.
Now, guys, showing the replay here on SmackDown from Raw. Riddle was stomped on the steel steps, and because of that, the match between Seth Rollins and Riddle at SummerSlam is now off.
Yeah. And, Seth Rollins versus Riddle was maybe not the biggest match Seth Rollins could have done at SummerSlam, considering the year he's had, more than a year. But, it's still Seth Rollins on PLE. And now we're not getting that, which is very disappointing.
It does make me wonder if there is something else planned.
Well, Triple H did respond to a tweet Seth Rollins had sent out saying, "I apologize to anybody that wanted to see me at SummerSlam, but it is what it is." And Triple H responded, "We hear you," meaning there might be something in the works. We might see something on this very show that we're watching right now.
Just Jesus, don't let it be Jeff Jarrett, because motherfuckers be mad. Because they made us all hype for that shit, and it's Jeff Jarrett.
I mean, should it have been Lisa Marie Presley?
Well, who can replace Riddle?
Well, the obvious is Cody is back, and he's fooled us all.
That's a possibility. How long is Orton out?
Till next.
Yeah. That's the other thing I was thinking.
Wyatt?
No. I would even
Cena?
Oh, that might be something.
I mean,
if it's fucking Ambrose, I'm losing it. Just know that. If it's fucking Ambrose, I'm losing it.
What? If he wasn't already supposed to get revenge on some other people, I'd say Edge.
Right. because there's a strong possibility that Edge will help the Mysterios in the tag team match against No Mercy or Armageddon or
Fatal
this is
Four
for
Way,
me.
or the Colossal Tussle.
Great Balls of Fury.
Well, speaking of great balls of fury, Happy Corbin just kicked McAfee in his Pat McAfee's.
He sure did. Right in the coconuts. Baron Corbin did do an interview earlier this week, and he said, "Go away heat is a make-believe term. Isn't all pro wrestling terms make-believe until we make them something?" Scooter?
I mean, isn't everything make believe until we make it something?
Exactly.
We're bordering on existential philosophy here now.
Except air. Air is not me.
I mean, but you know what? You can't trust those atoms. They make
Fucking
up,
molecules.
those atoms. They make up everything.
I always knew Adam Cole was a liar. Speaking of Adam Cole, him and the rest of the Undisputed Era will be returning very soon to AEW.
And the next day, they'll be injured again.
Unfortunately. Especially if they're in there with Bryan Danielson.
Speaking of that, what do a cigarette and a hamster have in common?
You got me.
Nothing. But they both become a problem once you light them on fire and stick them in your mouth.
Jeez Louise.
Damn. What the
That was dark.
We're all dark inside, James. Calm down.
Yes, it's dark, like my soul.
This episode sponsored by Dark Souls. Get it today.
I was gonna say it's dark and hell it's hot. DMX.
This game is sponsored by Stray. If you've ever wanted to be a cat, Stray is the game for you. I'm trying very hard not to reference another game.
I'll bring it up.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Earlier this week, it was announced that John Cena will be a part of Fortnite.
He
And
already
he
is a part of Fortnite.
That's what I was going to say. He is.
But that's not the game I was not trying to mention.
Oh, Animal Crossings, right?
Damn it, James. Now we're going to be here for hours.
Let's get back on John Cena being in Fortnite. Maybe if you're not the biggest fan of John Cena, that's fine. But it is a big thing when something as pop culture as Fortnite recognizes something for wrestling.
Well, you also have to remember that The Rock is also in Fortnite, just not as The Rock.
Right.
But the fact that, yes, it's Cena. He does the "you can't see me" emote. It works with everybody. It's hilarious. Do it with the unicorns. It's so funny. But the fact that they called his pickaxe the 5-digit slapper instead of the 5-knuckle shuffle.
Because the 5-knuckle shuffle is has some innuendo behind it.
I mean, Fortnite players do the 10-knuckle shuffle.
If you can play Fortnite while doing the 10-knuckle shuffle, I am incredibly impressed.
And I'm just trying to figure out, they Waka Flocka playing Fortnite with no hands?
The 10 knuckle shuffle, meaning you're using all your fingers to hold the damn controller.
Oh, boo.
Oh, that's just
We're
a
done.
swerve. You know it.
You see, we're all dark inside.
Somebody get Pat McAfee some ice for his balls. Surprisingly, even after that kick, McAfee's balls are still bigger than the Miz's.
Oh, wow. Fun fact, McAfee and Corbin were roommates at Colts camp. And now look at them.
Fun fact, Pat McAfee and Baron Corbin are two current WWE superstars who have both been on rosters in football video games.
That is true.
I feel like it's kind of impressive. McAfee got kicked in the coconuts and is still doing commentary. A lesser man one half. And yes, that was directed at Michael.
Byron Saxton.
All right, Aaliyah Mysterio. I mean, not Aaliyah Mysterio.
This is correct. And we got a little bit of Shotzi as well.
It's an interesting choice for a match.
Shotzi.
I feel like we've seen this maybe 5 times on NXT and don't remember it.
No way we've seen this match 5 times.
I wonder if Lacey Evans will get involved in this match, considering for the past couple of weeks with not wrestling Aaliyah due to the fans not showing her respect.
Well, maybe Lacey Evans just needs a little bit of crack. And Aaliyah just going to town on Shotzi.
I actually believe that this match was originally supposed to be Lacey Evans. But to what Ryan said, no respect, no Lacey.
And no Tiki, no Washi. This is the second match of the show, right?
Yes. Unless you count Baron Corbin and Pat McAfee's encounter.
As the internet tried to kill me once again, but I am back, baby.
He's alive.
Alive.
That lion tamer Boston Crab, as Aaliyah tries to deal with a case of hungry pants.
Only on.
Nope.
No. Only on Fox.
Only on P-Fox. You are watching Fox. Shame on you. Comes Aaliyah. Wow. 1, 2. Yeah, call your spots more, Aaliyah. Jesus. Oh.
Well, she doesn't take the Alita.
I mean, which is more green, Shotzi's hair or Aaliyah?
Alita should not be as green as she is, considering how long she's been in pro wrestling.
It's push.
I think they really thought that Aaliyah might pick up the audience that rooted for Bailey as a face, that peppiness. 3. That's it.
I could have swore that was the girl they released, Jessie.
Yeah. The Jesse gimmick, if the Jesse gimmick would have been released now, it would have been a license to Pimp Money. It was just the right gimmick at the wrong time.
Yeah. And now she's on the other fans.
Is she now?
Yes, but let's get back to the match.
Don't worry, we're all over 18 here.
Thought you got the W.
Bay Area in the building. Shout out. Which is good for her considering like she got all that hell from Money in the Bank.
It's interesting. She didn't drop her first name. She dropped her last name.
Which to me would have been like, oh.
I mean, it's a little weird if she would just be Blackheart.
I mean, she could. Shit.
Well, because they think fans are idiots, and it'll be like, oh, she's got to have some relation to the Hart family.
No. I mean, the only person that ever called themselves Blackheart was Owen.
And I believe, I mean, was it? It was good. Yeah, Gargano went by the Blackheart after his heel turn. It was like Ciampa.
Ciampa.
I don't give a damn about Ronda Rousey.
What do you really think about Ronda Rousey, Scooter?
I just said it. Man, fuck Ronda Rousey. We go from one bad spot caller to an even worse spot caller. She's about to hit her with some of that Piper's spit. Oh, where's my cyanide?
Check next to the stove. It's great to see Sachi get a W, but it's kind of underwhelming to see her get her ass kicked by Ronda.
They're trying to give Ronda the whole I don't give a damn, you ain't nobody's on my level shit.
Yeah.
Well, she has that black eyeliner or face paint or eye paint, whatever you want to call it, so you know she's bad.
Oh yay. Please. Because all that blackness don't mean shit when your chin is made of glass. Ooh, I went there.
Okay. Let's get into a little bit of G1 talk. The A block, just a quick update. Kazuchika Okada is at 4 points, 2 wins, beat Yano and Jeff Cobb. No surprise there, Coleco?
I told you, man, Okada's on a mission.
Yano, and that's 2 of 2 matches, just so everybody's aware. We got Toru Yano, 1 win, 1 loss. The win was against Jonah, and the loss was against Fale. He's at 2 points. Tom Lawler's only had one match, 0 points against Lance Archer. Jonah, only one match, lost to Yano, 0 points. Jeff Cobb, two matches, one loss to Okada, one win against Fale. Lance Archer, 2 matches, one win against Tom Lawler, one loss against Fale, and Bad Luck Fale, 3 matches, one win against Yano, one loss against Cobb, one win against Archer. Kind of crazy that Bad Luck Fale is leading the A block with Okada. No, Scooter?
Yeah, that's incredibly odd. I mean, it's still early, but
I mean, he has 4 more matches to go, but
I mean, yeah, they are moving to 5 matches, per night now.
right.
Which I think shows them that they made a mistake of making 4 blocks.
Oh, we will get to that in a moment. Ryan, I don't know if you have G1 fever, but what can you tell us about A block, if anything?
I have no idea who's in the A block except for who you said, so I don't really watch the G1. So that's kind of not my thing. I'm sorry.
And if you couldn't tell, yes, once again, he is related to me.
Yes.
But actually, I have a whole bunch of New Japan on my DVR that I have to go through.
Oh, I mean, fire that shit up.
I keep forgetting that it's there.
I know, right? That's like New Japan. You gotta be dedicated to watch that shit, boy. Because this shit, because if you either watching it at 3 in the well, in my case, you either up at 3 in the morning watching that shit, or you sitting up there just trying to find some bootleg. Even though because you don't want to do the New Japan World thing because they used to do only Japanese, but that's a whole different subject.
I mean, a lot of the matches, a lot of the G1 events were free on New Japan World.
See, now you. But it don't matter. I find my ways to get there.
Coleco, Toriano, 3 matches and only 1 win. Is people just getting a little privy to Yano, or is there a serious problem with Yano?
Yano's a guy who's like still is like the guy in basketball who can dribble right, but he can't go left when he needs to. But
So he's Zoolander?
Exactly. But the one thing with all these blocks is they're going to have some people who are going to look like front runners, and then somebody's going to come from behind. So the question is, who's going to be the person to try to reach back from that? And Yano being in the bottom tells me that he's not going to be in contention to me. I feel like with Fale being in the front runner position, he's going to fall back a bit. So I think Cobb or Archer are going to come back roaring, trying to be that second person to knock Okada off. But they're going to need help because Okada could have eliminated half that field in 4 matches if he felt like it.
Right, and I mean, Okada has to lose at least 1 in this tournament.
Well, the question is, who's the one? And Okada always has a tendency of everyone knows he's great, but he tends to wrestle to the level of the opponent that night, so he can get got.
I mean, the ones that stick out to me are Lawler and Archer.
If Lawler wins it, that's his highlight. That is his G1.
Right.
If Archer wins it, he's winning the block, which kind of throws everything off.
Are we actually getting Liv versus Ronda right now?
No, it's a tag team match.
Okay.
Ronda and Liv against Natalya and Sonya. This poses a very interesting question.
Cat Daddy?
This tomorrow night, we will see if the WWE is serious about keeping Liv as champion.
Right.
Keeping the women's tag team champion?
Is that Nia Jax? Oh no, wait, that's Natalya.
No, that's not. No, that's Nyla Rose.
Damn. Help me, Lord Jesus. Help this guy. Lord, pray for this man.
Oh, and a shove to the boobs. I mean,
how do they do that? How do they practice shoving when they got some big boobs? Because it's like some things hurt. They got sports bras and it's pushed in and it's already.
I mean, what are you gonna say? That it's anything else? A shove to the breasts. I mean, you could say Natalya used sexual harassment. It was super effective.
Sexual assault.
I mean, that's one way to win a match. Call the cops on somebody.
I mean,
maybe Yano should try that in the G1. Call the cops.
Oh God! I'm surprised he hasn't gone. Rook, it's going 0.
Oh my God! If he had ever did that, if he gets like the little green dagger from Power Rangers and try to pull up Dragon Sword, I think that would be the move.
Meanwhile, we got tag team action going on here.
I think Liv might want to pull one of those tactics out if she wants to beat Ronda, but we'll get to that in a little bit.
Well, I mean, they are. Well, considering Liv and Ronda's about to hit, it's almost like that last minute practice shit.
Right.
Put you together to practice.
And usually it's the combatants are on opposite ends of the ring. So we get a little tricky.
I mean, when they're both faces, this usually happens. But the thing is that with Ronda, with opponents of Liv's size, she ragdolls them.
Yes.
Yeah. And, not taking anything away from Liv, she's not a solid Flair. She's not a Sasha Banks. She's not a Bayley. She's not a Becky. But, that might actually play to her favor if Ronda underestimates her.
I you just gave me a very brilliant idea, James. I see Liv Morgan, and I can't believe I'm going to reference this again. If you give Liv Morgan Mikey Whipwreck's first ECW gimmick, where he would always go out thinking he was going to die, and then just still end up winning. I really think the key here is having Liv win legit.
I mean,
that's the only way it gets taken serious, right?
I mean, as of right now, it's not out of the realm of possibilities, considering, who's in power.
It's tough because the only way I could see this going out is if Ronda beats the hell out of her so much that she under. Well, what is our favorite guy? Darby Allin, who gets tossed around like a motherfucker and wins with a roll up.
Right.
I when you said he ragdoller, I saw like the first thing that came to my mind was Darby Allin, Brian Cage.
And who won that match?
Darby.
Right.
And let us not forget that there is a new FTW champion in Hook.
This is correct.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Beats Ricky Starks.
And props to Ricky Starks. Hopefully he gets something more at this point.
Yeah.
Other than getting his ass beat by Hobbs. Okay.
Ricky is clearly headed for a push. He is clearly headed to be pushed into the main event. They wouldn't have him dressing like The Rock in promos if they didn't.
Right.
The question is, what's going to happen when he gets there? Because I hate when. I mean, it's the interim title, so I guess he could possibly knock off Ambrose, but
I mean, it wouldn't be a couple of months considering they're putting Jericho in against Mox.
What about you, Ryan? What do you think about Ricky Starks' push and Hook as the champion?
Well, I think he's definitely been improving with his promo work. So I definitely think if he becomes a main event star, I think he can definitely put on a promo against another main event star. Do I see him as a AEW World Champion in the future? Possibly, but right now I don't see it. I think definitely going to be feuding with Powerhouse Hobbs. That could be a great feud, considering of how long they've been partners and been friends. So, and just working along with Team Taz. So again, the feud is there. After that feud, though, who knows?
Well, you said not a world championship possibility, and maybe that's a little bit ways down the line. What about a TNT title?
Yeah, I think he could go after the TNT title, especially like if they want to hold off Powerhouse Hobbs, like Powerhouse Hobbs goes after the TNT title and Ricky Starks takes a break, and then once Hobbs wins the TNT title, Starks comes back and attack him. Then that can again set up a feud.
You're not wrong about that. If only Tony Khan would do something that smart. But we're back to the action.
Yes, and Natalya working over Liv. Ronda looking for the tag. Watch the sharpshooter there. Pulse through. Liv crying. Oh! What? Oh. What is Liv trying to... Oh. Mm. To the corner. Probably said showing you ducks. And Liv has nobody to blame but herself, I guess, in this situation now.
I feel like Liv is the champion that feels like she has something to prove. Even though, she won Money in the Bank. She beat the baddest woman on the planet. But the confidence is still not there.
Hmm. Morgan fired back at Sonya. And now looking for the tag.
I mean, if Liv would have got that tag, could this match have already been over? But the longer Liv stays in there, the more she's going to be less than 100% tomorrow.
Oh. Natalia. Falls through! 1, 2!
Ugh.
2. No.
Almost. But I think that's what they're trying to do. The whole live against all odds. I came,
Against the odds.
miss all my life. I had to fight. She's like the white version of the color purple.
Wow, that's a reference.
Ronda, tagging yourself in.
I'm surprised Ronda just didn't up and walk out.
Time
Let
for
me-
Piper Spit. Tweet.
She should come out to Saliva now.
And the ankle lock.
Of course.
And
Going to be an interesting women's match tomorrow. To say the least.
there's a couple of interesting women's matches tomorrow.
There's only 2 women's matches tomorrow.
Pretty
And
much.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm referring to.
And one may actually only last 27 seconds.
Oh gosh.
The match may have only lasted 27 seconds, but that whole segment was around 20 minutes. No joke.
Yeah, in a sense.
Usos, Street Profits, hopefully for the last time.
Oh, you know that ain't happening, man.
There's a couple matches that should be for the last time, but
That ain't happening. You know, the once in a lifetime match 3 times.
yeah. Undertaker versus Triple H for the last time until we do it at Crown Jewel next month.
Crown Jewel.
Was it Crown Jewel or was
No, it was Super Showdown.
it was Super Showdown was the Australian one, but then they did it again at the Saudi Arabia, so
No, that was it was Cena and Triple H's Super Showdown.
no. It
Yeah.
was Triple
There was a John Cena Triple H match at one of the Super Showdowns. That was the first Super Showdown.
Showdown.
Or was it the first Saudi Arabia show? Damn it!
Triple H, the Undertaker had that Super Showdown.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we move into the commercial break. A little bit more just of G1. Jay White is leading the B block with 4 points. Nothing surprising there. The only one with everybody else has 2 points except the Great O'Khan, who's only had 1 match at this point. C block. Zack Sabre Jr. and Hiroki Goto lead the block at 4 points, 2 matches, 2 wins. Coleco, surprising 2 frontmen?
Pretty much. But of course you did, buddy. See, my son always makes his entrance in. But anyway, surprisingly, but I expect Goto to fall back. Saber might be in there in the pack. Tanahashi's still in there. Evil is in the hunt. So, I mean, we expect Kenta to bounce back, right?
I mean, Kenta and Naito have had 2 matches each, and they have lost both matches.
Naito is expected, but Kenta's. I mean, if Kenta's going to win this block, he's going to have to put a fire in his ass because it's not that many matches to come back from unless Tanahashi. Oh my God, what if 50-50 wins this match and goes undefeated through the block? Oh my God.
Tanahashi, you talking about?
Zack Sabre, 50-50.
Ooh,
you know.
No.
Yeah.
Just no.
It can happen, yo. It can happen.
What about you, Scooter? What do you think about Naito and Kenta, two people we had slated to win the block at 0 points at this point?
You know, again, this is. I'm wondering if this is the product of having too many blocks. I mean, the thing is that someone is going to have to. Some of the big names are going to have to, perform poorly.
True. And then we got D block, taking that D block. Yoshihashi had 1 match against Shingo Takagi, 0 points. Coleco, your thoughts on Yoshihashi?
As he should. I hope he goes winless the whole goddamn thing. Fuck Yoshihashi.
Will Ospreay leads the block at 4 points with 2 wins in his 2 matches. And the match that we all was talking about this whole G1, David Finlay got 2 points on Juice Robinson. Literally took the belt off of him that wasn't even his to begin with. Now that David Finlay has a little bit of momentum in his corner, can he do something with it, Coleco?
It's just basically used to further along the Juice Robinson ascension, right? Because keep in mind, Juice joined the Bullet Club. He never really got rid of Finlay. He just kind of did his thing, right?
Right.
So that's why it's kind of like a foreshadowing, because at the point, like, oh yeah, Juice is here now, but now you got to go to figure out what Juice had to go through to get there, which is going to be through David Finlay. He got his 1, so this gives Finlay I mean, Robinson's not the champ, but let's just say down the line, if Robinson gets it back, he'll be the first challenger. Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh my God.
Yes, Judo?
Jeff Jarrett's on SmackDown.
Of course, Jesus Christ. You know what's funny? That dude has like 30 lives because Jericho. I'm put this way, Jericho. We always say he's like the last of the Mohican, right? The guy that wrestled in every damn promotion. I feel like Jeff Jarrett has been through every damn promotion and even promoted promotions and still got fired from his own promotions. Like, I'm trying to feel like, does he got like tapes on somebody or something? Because
I mean, what is with that little like speck of a goatee under his bottom lip? Like
Nashville fried chicken, baby. Ah,
I mean, he could have been doing a KFC commercial before he came out.
I mean, didn't they do that to Ziggler? Jesus Christ.
Shawn Michaels was Colonel Sanders.
Colonel, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit.
it's like he forgot to like shave a piece off now.
Maybe that's his new look, man.
Like I admit, he's just Jarrett's on the older side, and still impressive he has a full set of hair.
Yeah, I'm jealous of that. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Poach light on for me. So, I'm a jealous son bitch, to say the least. But, anywho's back to this tag. Man, this tag might, let's see what the Prophets and
I don't think
the
it's going to
Usos
be
do.
quite as exhilarating as the Money in the Bank match, but we shall see.
Well, we're the comedians and we want the jokes.
I'm always here for the jokes.
We love eggs and we want the yolks.
And I could go for some toast.
I mean, Danny's.
We're average Facebook users and we want the pokes.
They still do pokes?
I don't know.
I wonder if someone can get you arrested for the virtual poke.
But we are feeling froggy and we want the croak.
No, you don't.
I didn't say we want to croak.
Jeff Jarrett's goatee might want the croak.
We're in serious withdrawal and we want the meth.
We want the meth. Oh God.
I was gonna say Coke, but speaking of Coke, I just got my hands on Marshmallow's new limited edition flavor. Watermelon. It's a watermelon strawberry flavored Coke.
Really?
I'll sentence you to 2 years in the toilet.
It's not sugar free.
Damn. Never know.
Yeah, choke on that, Slappy. Oh God! Watch. Jeff Jarrett's going to be the one to beat Roman.
Oh God!
Oh my God! If Jeff Jarrett beats Roman, I mean the Jarretts will be happy, but might as well bring back Bill Dundee in this bitch and just,
What the hell is Road Dogg?
With Billy Gunn.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Why hasn't Road Dogg been in the corner of the Acclaimed against Billy and the Ass Boys?
Because he can't be on TV just yet.
He also doesn't like AEW.
But if you've seen Danhausen's videos where he's at Billy Gunn's, booths and everything, you'll see Road Dogg is sitting right there next to Billy Gunn.
That's right.
Now we know. But Road Dogg and AEW, man, that's gonna be Jesus. It's like everybody. At least that's a good thing, I guess, right? You leave WWE, you get cut from WWE, you got another job somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like everybody and their mama going there. Shit. AEW feels like Walmart. Everybody in that bitch. Just saying. Wait a minute, did we do predictions yet for this bitch?
We will, and when we get to our next commercial break.
Oh.
Just want to know, when did the Viking Raiders become goths?
A few weeks ago.
Okay.
When they were done with their temporary stint in NXT.
So they left as Vikings, came back as Goths.
Good for them.
I gotta say, I'm kind of liking Shanky.
Oh, I love Shanky. Shanky just wants to shake it. And I dig it.
Shanky's gonna shank.
Shanker's gonna shank. Oh man.
Who is it? Who's doing Xavier's hair? I mean,
Soul Glow.
he always has some of the best hairstyles, but I can't get behind that one.
Is it mainly because he blocked you?
I'll Burger King your face.
It didn't
Damn.
say about Burger King.
I mean, does Burger King still exist?
I had forgotten all about that. Thanks for bringing it up, Jim.
Does Scooter know that we're on? He's on with us and not somebody different in an alternative reality. Burger King, Jim.
What? What about Burger King Gin?
Alright, we are wrestling what? WWE SummerSlam 2022 preview.
If you're listening to this, you know what?
And yeah, first time we're doing this live, so let's get into it. We got the Mysterios versus Judgment Day in a no disqualification match. Ryan, who wins?
Between?
The Mysterios and Judgment Day.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think, well, Mysterio has been using the tactics of the late and great Eddie Guerrero to help him win his matches. I think he'll try that again, but I think Rhea Ripley will get involved. So I think Judgment Day will come out on top at SummerSlam.
It is no DQ, so
it is no DQ, but I do think, again, with Eddie Guerrero tactics, I think something will come into play where confusion will start to happen. The Judgment Day will get confused, and then Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio will get the upper hand somehow.
I mean, we did see Aaliyah Mysterio last week on Raw. It's not out of the realm of possibilities that she gets a little revenge on Rhea Ripley.
Maybe, just maybe. We may also see the return of Edge.
This is true. But what say you, Scooter? Who wins?
There's also one other possibility that we're not taking into account here, and that is if we don't see Edge return at SummerSlam, then it's quite possible that we're seeing Dominic turn on his father.
That is also very true.
But I'm going to say Judgment Day wins.
And what say you, Coleco?
Ooh, man. This screams Edge comes back and the Mysterios win. Ain't no way Dominic gonna turn. That motherfucker green as shit. Yeah, tell me what segment made you think, well, damn, Dominic can make it on his own.
All right. I think Mysterios win with the aid of Edge.
Oh
Edge.
God! Oh God!
The aged Edge and Aaliyah.
Yeah. Live choking. Oh God.
Send all your hate mail to James.
But Magic Johnson's coming to this bitch. Damn. Holy shit.
Why are they talking about AIDS?
I didn't say age, but age.
Oh my God, that was. We got to get you in an English class.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
Elocution.
Logan Paul versus the Miz. Who wins, Scooter?
Did you just say Logan Kim versus The Miz?
No, Logan Paul versus the Miz.
Logan Clint. You know, I love seeing Logan Paul get the crap beat out of him. As does everybody. But yeah, you know, Logan can win.
Coleco.
Logan. Logan in that $2 million Pokemon chain.
Ryan.
I gotta say Logan. I think Logan's going to prove that he's not somebody to mess with, not just in the boxing ring, but also in the pro wrestling ring. I mean, he proved at WrestleMania that he can move in the ring. So I wonder how this. It's his first singles match at WrestleMania. It was a tag team match. So you gotta wonder what he's gonna do on his own. But again, also Miz has to. In the promo picture, he has Ciampa in his corner, so I think Ciampa might get involved, especially after that promo Ciampa just made on Raw, after Raw. But I do think Logan Paul will defy the odds and win.
And I say to all three of you, you must be on Met, considering you think Logan Paul, that the fans are going to accept a Logan Paul win.
We didn't say they were going to accept it.
Yeah, we didn't say it would.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know they didn't accept fucking Logan Paul winning at Mania. That was their first hand, but they respected the shit out of it.
The fans got what they wanted after the match when The Miz attacked Logan. So Logan on his own, this is either going to be a bathroom break match or the crowd is going to freaking riot. So,
or Logan gets the win and somebody comes out and beats the crap out of him after.
I mean, I don't see viably who could do that.
I see who.
I know it ain't AIDS.
God. KO.
Kevin Owens, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But then that's another heel. And Logan needs to be a heel if this is going to work.
Not really. Anybody against Logan is a face.
Yeah, I guess you're not wrong about that. All right, United States Championship match: Bobby Lashley versus Theory. Who wins? Coleco.
Really, we're gonna waste our time with this shit. I kind of feel like everyone is unanimous with Lashley. Those who oppose say nay.
Ryan, do you say no?
I'm not gonna explain one. Bobby Lashley.
Scooter.
Lashley does it in less than a minute.
Ooh. Oh. Let's get back to this match. The Viking Raiders and the New Day.
The Viking Aiders.
Haters. Jesus, help us, Lord. Help us, Jesus.
With those ring gears, obviously they slaughtered some woodland creatures before they got to this match.
Beware vegans.
Yeah, I
Don't
don't.
Brand's not there anymore, Ryan.
I don't trust vegans. They make you go. They make you go looking for a 24-hour vegan restaurant.
No, I don't trust a fat vegan.
I don't trust old woman vegan.
I don't trust a vegan teacher.
Yes, that's what.
Stop eating McDonald's. God, if we made a list of all the people I want on YouTube, I want to punch in the face. We'd be here for a very long time.
Well, let's get to people that want to punch each other in the face. Undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship match: the Usos versus the Street Profits, with special guest referee KEFF JARRETT Jeff Jarrett. Who wins, Ryan?
I say the Usos. I think their reign is going on and it's going to continue after SummerSlam. I think the bloodline will come out on top.
What say you, Scooter?
I'm based on everything we saw tonight. I have a sneaking suspicion that that Jeff Jarrett isn't going to make it to be the referee, and I think we're going to have Sami Zayn to thank for that. But that's probably not going to happen whatsoever. As much as a Street Profits win would be welcome, it's the Usos.
What say you, Coleco?
As the most, I love both these guys, man. It's tough. It's got to be the Profits. They wouldn't have went through all that hell about the arm if it wasn't going to be the Profits. So and I like the Usos, but the crack in the armor's got to start somewhere, right? Like this bloodline shit can't go forever.
Right.
And it usually starts with the tag team, so I would think the Profits. And somehow they got to split these goddamn titles because it's shit.
I kind
Because
of
the Usos, because as much as Roman is going to be on a part-time schedule, the fucking Usos ain't. So shit.
Right, and I feel like you're right on the sense that they wouldn't have done what they did at Money in the Bank if they wasn't going to pay it off with a Street Profits win. And just to have that kind of feel good moment at SummerSlam. And like you said, the Usos can't just be undefeated like Roman. Oh, Pat McAfee versus Baron Happy Corbin. Scooter, who won?
McAfee.
Ryan.
I'm gonna say McAfee. I think McAfee showed off what he could do in the ring at WrestleMania, and I think he will do that once again.
Coleco.
So let me get this straight. Logan Paul's winning and McAfee's winning. This is like what the fuck SummerSlam? Because last time this happened, it was what the fuck Mania. So I guess this is gonna continue.
Yeah, McAfee. And, we can get back into this match now.
So with Vince gone, are all these NXT call-ups gonna actually get some respect now? Like shit.
I mean, we may see, the third Uso, get called up for SummerSlam and help help them win.
Will he be Jake Uso?
No, Joe Uso.
Why does it have to be a J? Can it be something else like
No,
Uso?
Jake.
no,
Vince Uso.
no, God.
Bro. I'm the third Uso brother.
This one. Why not just name him Rue Uso?
What, Jimmy J. James?
Or how about JJ?
JJ. Dynamite.
He could be
If
Jack.
this is JJ, I feel like that's just them giving up.
Juggernaut Uso. Juxtaposition Uso.
Juxtaposition.
Joyful
Joe Uso.
Ginger Uso.
Jimmy Wang Yang Uso.
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline Uso.
Colin Uso.
Jambalaya.
Juggalo.
Why should be something like Jack Uso? Simple Jack Uso. Oh God.
And that's going to make it something super complicated.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism Uso.
There you go.
Sounds about right.
The new vicious Viking Raiders. Really? They needed more adjectives. They're not old vicious, they're new vicious.
And they do it for justice.
Uncle Sid would be proud.
And Cousin Perry will be proud as well.
Gee, I wonder who's going to make a save.
He isn't cleared yet.
I didn't say it was going to be him.
You didn't.
Oh, good. And he's out of here. A Conchildo? But they're not But they're not plundering or pillaging anything. To plunder and pillage, they need to steal shit. They're not pirates. Vikings were never known for pillaging.
Usually pillaging is a main Viking thing.
That is true.
Well, they've been watching too many Captain America movies.
Probably. That would be my guess. But, you know, it just seems like these changes, Triple H like, nah, we gotta reset this shit.
Up next, our main event.
This wasn't the main event?
Well, technically it was. I mean, we're having a main event interview.
Oh, wait a minute. Is the main event?
Yeah, that was the main event match. And then you got the main event segment, James.
He's facing John Cena.
What if it was Vince McMahon? I'm the only person who'd be like out the box like that. That'd be some fuck this shit. Because he's retired as CEO. He ain't retired as a wrestler.
I mean, he forfeited a lot of his stock, but
it didn't even equate to 1%.
Yeah, but he's still a majority shareholder. He's just not a member of the board.
Let's get into the next match. Raw Women's Championship match. Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. Who wins, Coleco?
Bianca.
Ryan.
I said Bianca. I don't think Becky is going to win the title again.
Scooter.
Bianca.
I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibilities that Becky wins, but I mean, if they're going to close this chapter of this book, then it has to be Bianca, right?
Yes.
Right.
All right. Smackdown Women's Championship match. Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey. Who wins, Ryan?
I'm going to say two things. One, if Liv Morgan loses tomorrow, I'm going to riot. I'm not even joking. I'm going to lose my shit. You wonder how mad I was getting when Liv Morgan was in the ankle lock at Money in the Bank. I would be more mad if she taps out or gets pinned. But I'm gonna give a detailed prediction here. I'm going to say Ronda Rousey loses, or Ronda Rousey's not going to compete at all. I think in a detailed prediction, Ronda Rousey is going to appear knocked out backstage, and Bayley is going to replace Ronda in the match. I think then Liv Morgan will win, just so Liv Morgan can actually get a clean win. Because if she gets a clean win over Ronda Rousey, people will say that's not realistic. Bayley's more of a realistic superstar that she can win cleanly. So I'm going to say Liv Morgan no matter what.
All right. Liv no matter what. That's just a good thing to say no matter what. Scooter, what say you?
I'm going to say... I'm just going to flat out say Liv.
Coleco.
Liv gonna get her ass beat like it ain't nobody's business. With that being said, she wins.
Well, kind of an alternate version of what Ryan said. I feel like Bailey will interfere on the match with Ronda on part for Liv. So she could maybe get a title match against Liv, obviously her being the easier person to beat, and costing Ronda the match. But yeah, Liv. And the main event, the last match, the most predictable match on the show, undisputed WWE Universal Championship, last man standing for the last time ever, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Who wins, Coleco?
Mm.
Coleco?
The final match: Roman versus Brock. Roman.
Scooter,
Roman.
Ryan.
The reason why I'm having a trouble with this prediction, two reasons. One, I have a clear vision in my head what I want to have. Two, I have a vision of what I think could happen. What I think, which I do not want, is if, and this is just a possibility. This is not my prediction, but this could happen if it's the other way around. Brock Lesnar wins. That sets up McIntyre versus Lesnar once again, since they did not have their WrestleMania 36 match, and then McIntyre can have his moment in front of a live crowd still against Brock Lesnar. But my real prediction is that Roman Reigns wins. How? I do not know. I know it's a last man standing match. I don't know what he's gonna do to get Lesnar down for the 10. Both of these men will have a hard time just being down for the count of 10. The last time Roman Reigns was in a last man standing match was at Royal Rumble 2021, and he won that match. So he has experience with the last man standing match. Brock Lesnar, on the other hand, I don't remember if he was at a last man standing match. Now,
If he did, it was probably back in 2001.
it was
2002.
probably. Now, I'm going to go further on my prediction here because I want to put this on record so I could be the first one to say this. I think Roman will win at SummerSlam. Fear is not going to catch it. At Clash of the Castle, it'll be Roman versus Drew. Drew will win. Theory cashes it then and wins against Drew. That way, that sets up a feud versus Drew versus Theory, and Theory will get the shit booed out of him since it's in England, and that'll make the ultimate heel.
Alright. Is it out of the realm of possibilities that Austin Theory successfully cashes the Money in the Bank at SummerSlam and is our new champion at the end of the show, Coleco?
No, because the reason being is because he was already the shock at Money in the Bank, and if it was Vince, hell yeah. But Daddy ain't here anymore.
There's no way he's catching it successfully.
Guys,
He's here.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, if he cashed in, he's failing. So the only way he would cash in is if Drew wins.
Guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but Mr. Walkout is here. It's the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar.
Here comes the pain.
If you don't remember last week, Brock Lesnar walked out of SmackDown but came back.
True, but again, rumor and innuendo would suggest that. He might have just went to go get some in and out for all we know.
Maybe. And I think we mentioned this before, but could tomorrow night's match between Brock and Roman, could that be Brock Lesnar's final match in WWE?
It is a good question.
It could be. I mean,
I feel like if the money's right, he won't leave WWE.
Well, when he
no, I think
walked out, he said the word. It was reported that he said the words, "If he's out, I'm out." So it doesn't look like he's happy that Vince retired. So with Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan in charge, who knows where he'll go or if he'll stay.
For sure.
Oh,
You know, I have a little bit of a prediction. If it's just a straight suit match, Roman versus Brock, then obviously Roman's just winning, and that's just how it is.
And guys, it's theory.
Yay.
And yes, I do have a theory, Brian. Thank you. Seth Rollins isn't doing anything at SummerSlam now. What if he worms his way and makes it a triple threat?
now there's no. There's Drew McIntyre. Oh,
McIntyre with a Claymore to Mr. Money in the Bank earlier in the night. Theory attacked McIntyre after McIntyre won his match against Sheamus to advance to Clash at the Castle to face whoever wins tomorrow night's main event. Could we be seeing the main event at Clash at the Castle right here of Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar?
That could make sense.
All will be revealed.
A
Hopefully tomorrow.
WrestleMania 36 rematch. Who knows? We'll find out tomorrow night of who Drew McIntyre is going to face at Clash of the Castle. Will it be Roman Reigns or will it be Brock Lesnar?
Or will it be Austin Theory?
Or will it be, you're absolutely right, will it be Austin Theory?
Could it be Seth Rollins?
No.
I don't think it's Seth.
No. Boy, you thought Seth Rollins in it.
Wow, just putting me down.
It might even be John Cena.
And guys, if you want $1 billion, make sure to check your Mega Millions tonight.
Yeah, you get this time around. You get 2 gallons of gas.
If you don't hear me, but if you don't, if I'm not here for the thing tomorrow, it means I moved to California.
Oh, well, come join me in Coleco for some holy temples and cooking rum.
I mean, nah. I feel like Ryan would take one.
He's
I feel like Ryan would.
You assholes.
Well, I don't drink, Scooter. You know this.
I drink apple juice. That will be my drink.
There you go. Holy temple, apple juice.
It's beer.
Cooking rum. We're all good.
It looks like
Henny and apple juice, you can't even take the Henny.
I'll take a noose.
Wow.
Alright. That will conclude the first ever wrestling remix. One for the books for sure. First time live. And of course, if you like what we're doing at Wrestling With, please like, subscribe, comment, but on YouTube and Castbox. You can follow. You can find this episode in our new playlist, Wrestling With Remix, and of course, join us next week as we review all things SummerSlam. And I'm going to ask right now, Ryan, will you join us next week on the show to review SummerSlam?
I will let you know on that. I gotta see if I'm free. I do have a big schedule coming up.
You could definitely let me know.
I will guys know.
And of course, you can join us this Wednesday as we interview Sassy Boatwright, the mother of all interviews. Hydro mothers, just mothers. Uh, of course, this was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. You can follow everything wrestling with entertainment related. At Wrestling with Ebot on Twitter and Instagram. Stay tuned to Twitter as we should have some interesting announcements very soon. And you can follow me at JamesJ993. Where can we follow Coleco?
I am Coleco. Rolling.
And of course, where can we find Ryan?
Where can you find me?
Yes.
You can find me on Instagram at Ryandust WWE. You can also find me on YouTube at Ryandust, where am I allowed to promote my podcast?
Of course.
Of course.
Dusting Off the Ropes happens every week unless it's scheduled to change again. Instagram is Ryandust WWE. I will post if there's ever a change to Dusting Off the Ropes for the schedule. But if you want to see some interviews with local Long Island independent wrestlers, check that out.
All right, Scooter.
All right. And of
For
course,
yourself.
you have been listening to this on the Nobody Out Crazy's Ophelia Productions channel. That's right. It's the noob. This has been quite an experience. Of course, tomorrow night, me, James, Ryan, maybe Coleco, ... We'll see what happens. The fun starts tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, unless you're in Arizona and you don't observe daylight savings time. With that being said, if you like this, hey, smash the out of that like button and ring that bell for notifications for all upcoming new events. Again, some interesting things coming down the pike. Just a whole lot of good stuff. Follow me on Twitter at Scooterdust. In order to mention the remix, not going to say it again. And of course, revel in all my Twitch antics, along with me, Rico Constantino Jr., and the rest of the Smoking Dragons clan. Twitch.tv/Smoking Dragons. And do you want to close? You want the final line tonight, James?
Well, you don't say remix at the end of your one. Do you? No, you don't.
No, I end on a different line.
I mean, you could play us out if you want.
All right. Well then, I have been your friendly neighborhood Scooterdust for James J, Coleco Yachts, Ryandust. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good night. Have an even better tomorrow. We'll see you then. And remember, as always, the future is dust.